Well, settle in. It'll be a good one. Again, Forest Park in the white trimmed in green. Their Park Rangers wearing the camo, seated off to our right. Their student section. Ball knocked out of bounds.
There's some really athletic kids, Mark, on both teams. And as I mentioned, if you look at this Forest Park team, they all look alike, don't they? I mean, Same bodies, same height, same build.
And that might create some mismatch problems for Park Tudor on the other end. Farrell, stop and go move, floats it from 15, gets bumped, no call, rebound controlled by Colin Welp.
Well, you'll see Park Tudor settle into their 2-3. They take everybody in the zone. One of the things they do is that it gives them an opportunity to understand and clearly delineate their responsibilities. They do a nice job of showing some different looks off passes.
Boy, their diagonal passing already, you can tell that's pretty effective. Baseline from 16. Unorthodox, but no style points. Colin Welp gets on the board with his first two.
Yeah, Colin Welp talking about, I'm just going to knock it down. Didn't look like he even got off the floor, but guess what? Went in. Nice shot.
2-0 Forest Park early. Farrell with the basketball. They'll work the ring. Tannenbaum and company. Getty will step out.
Yeah, Grant Welp is given the assignment of taking Yogi Farrell, and
Farrell
created that turnover there.
Quickly up the floor. They'll call him for the travel.
That's a good call. Grant Welp at 6'3", guarding Yogi Farrell. Yogi only 5'11", and certainly they're going to try to set some ball screens and free Yogi up in the half court.
Now, one of the things that helps Grant Welp is the fact that his wingspan, I mean, when he drops his hands, they go almost to the top of his knees.
Absolutely.
And if he breaks down and spreads out, boy, that really helps him defensively. They switch pretty well defensively.
They do a nice job. They really do.
Yogi Farrell in some traffic.
We're going to see a lot of similar moves on the part of Yogi Farrell. They really were wonderful. Class guys, wonderful coaches.
Farrell, 2 of 2. 6:20, period one. To the bucket, Grant Welp.
Able to speed up the Rangers, and Welp threw it out of bounds coming out of the trap.
Boy, at this level, unforced errors just absolutely drive coaches crazy. Not that they like it during the regular season, but 5-second call.
It's either an offensive foul or a block, one or the other, because there was enough contact for the whistle to blow. And that was not what you call incidental contact.
I think it was an instance where nobody was looking. I mean, the three guys out there, none of the three are looking at.
Maybe they need 6 officials, Mark.
Ooh, that would add 3 problems.
Right.
Forest Park to inbound.
Well, Getty really has been hurt all year long. You know what? He's playing with a torn MCL. So you want to talk about a gutty kid. You see that left knee with the big brace, and he's not going to tear it anymore. He's just going to go ahead and play.
Out of the circle, Welp hops through. Has to step out.
Got him on the wall.
You know, interestingly enough, North Central and Bar Reeve seemed a bit more fluent offensively to start. Both of these teams are a bit disjointed.
They haven't settled in. I think a lot of it is that both teams really locked in defensively on one another.
Tied at 2, approaching 5 minutes. Farrell stop and go dribble, splits the defense up and in.
Well, all he needs
to find him on the floor and give him some help.
Just a high ball screen, and all Yogi needs is just a tiny bit of room. We talked about his ability to accelerate and get to a different level in a hurry.
Well, thought about the 3. Forest Park in a double team. Ball loose on the floor. Scramble for it, and they'll tie it up.
How about the great hustle on the part of Tannenbaum? Brendan Tannenbaum on the floor. His dad played basketball at Harvard, Mark.
Jake Meyer in the ball game for Forest Park. They come baseline. Nice look inside. Little head and shoulders. Fake by Welp and 1. Hoping for the 3-point play. Tied at 4. Farrell stops, pops, hits. 3-pointer. Yogi Farrell with 7.
We talked about it at the top, Mark. In transition, you got to find him. You know, he does like to take it to the rim, but you see his range. You know, pull up off transition for 3.
I think his range appears to be about anywhere off the bus.
Well, we're up above the court, and he can shoot it from where we are.
7-4 Park Tudor in the paint. Welp, kick at the corner, 3-pointer, bingo. That's 3 points off the bench. And anytime you get bench scoring at tournament level, you got to be happy. Jake Meyer busted it, the sophomore, tied at 7 now, 4-minute mark.
That's a good example of how you work inside out, Mark. Rotate, roll somebody into the post area, kick out, spotted 3, tie ball game.
Welp with a lot of hands, no call. Farrell from 16, Welp there with a miss. senses the defensive pressure, slows it up, and clears it away.
And you look at Forest Park, settles in, knows they're going against zone, takes some time, move the ball, move people. Look at where they have a presence in the post.
They'll challenge that zone because there's not a lot of standing around offensively for Forest Park. There's a three top of the circle, and it's like, oh, do I want to shoot it? I'm not sure that was a good idea, and it was. Nathan Braum with a three-pointer, three-point lead for the Park Rangers.
Well, you got to take those when you get the post kick out. You got to take a look. I mean, you got to make them honor your presence there on the perimeter.
Nesbitt, top of the circle. His ball club trails it by 3. Getty is yet to go down and post up. He's nice wide body at 6'7", but they haven't used him inside much.
Well, and then Park Tudor now in their little flex offense.
Farrell with room on the baseline and one.
Concept of giving quick help. I'm not sure you can give help quickly enough.
Well, and unfortunately, you can look at that on film all you want. Forest Park, quite frankly, cannot duplicate that in practice. No way. Welp open for 15. Didn't think he would be that open, and we've got a foul of the rebound. You can put.
But still, tied. It's a heck of a game, and Park Tudor runs a little flex without the down screen. It's pretty much how you describe their half-court offense.
Jake Meyer picks up too quick when Thiesing comes in for him, and a travel on Park Tudor.
Kind of shuffle without putting it on the deck.
Hey, congrats to the folks from Seymour for being such gracious hosts again. This is our 3rd year down here, and they really roll out the red carpet for us.
Great stuff.
It's a thrill to be here. Nice give and go and a flashing through to Wilgus. He's on the board with his first 2.
Well, overload the side, step out short corner. Colin Welp does a nice job of catching short corner and in a great basket cut for the hoop.
Lob down low, strong move by Nesbitt. He'll finish it.
Nesbitt, a football player, Martin. You can see why. Great athlete, good catch, good gather, strong move to finish.
2-minute mark. Things picking up a bit offensively on both ends of the floor. The lob inside, little push, no call. They'll force his way up, throw it up a little short. The misfire. And the rebound controlled by Park Tudor. Caleb Williams, the misfire.
All kinds of contact on that possession.
Farrell tried to shake loose and couldn't do it. They'll use Nesbitt to reset the offense as we approach 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rapp with the basketball, drives, throws it up short. Rebound comes down to Colin Welp. Welp quickly up the floor to Kyle Wilgus.
You're probably wondering, like I am, what you have to do to get a foul in this game. Man, oh man.
Welp kicks it over. Three-pointer put up, no good.
A little quick.
By Kyle Wilgus.
A little quick in the offense. Work inside out.
Farrell crosses over, stops, pops from 16, and he has 12 first-quarter points.
And he will work quick. No hesitation at all by Yogi Farrell.
14-12 Park Tudor, pass inside, rattles deep in the well, and falls through. Colin Welp has 4.
Well, the cut by Colin Welp's important, but the post feed, though, the kick out from the post is what sets that play.
Under a minute to play now. Tied at 14. Park Tudor with a basketball. J.B. Rapp looks for Nesbitt. Nesbitt entertained thoughts of going one-on-one. Farrell fights through a couple of screens. Rapp kicks it. Baseline. Nesbitt walks.
He walks. Good call. It's a different look than what you're accustomed to.
Link Cordes comes in for Colin Welp. Welp will sit down with 4 points and get a little extra blow for the final 30 seconds, plus the break between quarters. Tied at 14. Forest Park with a basketball, watching the clock roll under 20 seconds.
Been a great quarter, no question.
Yeah, a little disheveled early, but they've settled into a nice pace over the last 4 minutes of the game.
Now look for them again to look post. Try to free someone in that post.
Welp lost the handle on his way to the bucket. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Nesbitt. His three-pointer won't go. And we played 1 quarter of basketball and really haven't decided anything other than the fact that we have a great basketball game in this 2A semi-state.